a nice progression after shooting a monochromatic image is to shoot an analogous image. So let's take a look at our color wheel. We selected blue, so what other colors can we select nearby? And I've decided for this image, I'm going to play with teals and greens and add just a splash of color. So instead of it all being one single color, I'm getting colors next to each other on the color wheel. So to start, let's simply change the background. Stephen, will you switch the background now to a teal gel? It's going to be really similar to the blue, but just a little bit more green for some separation between the subject and the background. Now I know that I've changed the background color gel. That'll likely change the exposure because the gels aren't going to absorb light in the same way. But I can't exactly know how much because I have to see how does it look with the photograph. I might want something a little darker, more saturated. I might want it to be a little bit brighter. So we're just going to take a test photograph and then adjust the power output. Let's see. Pretty. Oh, I love that color. I love the color that we selected for this. It's teal green. It's just different enough from that blue to give it a little bit more pop. And honestly, I like the brightness of the background. It did brighten up a little bit. That green I don't think was quite as thick, but I think it works great, so I'm not going to make any adjustments. Now, I could just stop here, leave it the exact same, but I think I can make another little adjustment. So you may remember that sometimes I will use a single light both as a background light and as a rim light. And so I want to give the feel of having another light in the scene. So I'm going to take that background light, move it off to the side and feather it so it hits the background, but it also lights the side of the subject's face. And that'll give me the illusion of additional lights in the scene, but also it'll take some of that greenish teal gel and give a highlight on her jawline, which I think it separates it from the background, but it also unifies it with the color of the background. So Stephen, can you do that for me? Can you bring it off to the side, raise it up, and feather it to hit her jaw? All right. So I can actually see that light with the modeling lights. Let me take a shot. Perfect. All right, that looks great. What I see in this image is I've got that nice teal background still going on, but now I've got a nice highlight on the side of her jaw, so it gives it a little bit more dimension. I think that since I'm going with blues and teals, maybe I'll go for a wardrobe change, and if I change the wardrobe, it's going to give me a completely different look. So we're going to change that outfit, and then I'm going to shoot it and get an image. All right, so we have our wardrobe change. I'm going to take a test shot, see if I want to make any tweaks before I get the final image. Let's see. It's perfect, just like that. So I think looking at this photo, I mean, as is, it's great. If I wanted to give myself a little bit more variety, I could also move that octabox around. So I think maybe for this shot, I'll bring it around front just a little bit, give myself a little bit more white light. And now what I have going on is the teal in the background, the teal on her jawline, the blue is fill, and then her outfit is kind of a teal and blue mix. So I'm going to move that main light just a little bit, give her more flexibility to pose, and then I'll grab that shot. Let's move it just a teeny bit here. Make sure I'm feathering away from the background. I think that's good. Test it. That little move makes it so that she doesn't really have to just face that one direction to catch the white light. And so now I'm getting a little more Rembrandt light on her face and she can move around more freely. So I think this is the set, and now I'm going to grab that shot.